Oh, hey y'all. Welcome back to 2 Minutes of Tea. Really quickly, something that's been on my spirit, something that I feel like we all deserve, some self-care. Baby, go get a massage, go for a walk, go on vacation, do something for yourself. Go ahead, go meet up with that sneaky link. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, hit them up. Do something to really rejuvenate. I know we're winding down the year. A lot's been happening. We're in an election year. Okay. So I know everybody's stressed. Okay. Turn off that social media, put that phone down, get away from all that, unplug, go to the cabins, go on a hike, do something for you, just for you. You can invite a friend if you want to, but make sure that you are prioritizing your self-care. Okay. Because without you, don't nothing else work, honey. You got to pour into yourself. All right. So y'all enjoy this episode. I'm about to get into this tea. Bye, y'all.
It's tea time with Uncle 12. Let me go grab my cup.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time with Uncle Twirl, where what's in your mug is your business. I'm your host, Uncle Twirl. Guys, sipping and spilling with us today, we have a very, very special guest, wellness coach, community builder, the supreme of squats, women's fitness expert, Jazz Cutler is in the building. Yeah!
Hey.
Y'all give it up for her. Cheers, my darling. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
Look, I'm better now that I got this tea in my system.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Get into it. What are you drinking? What kind of tea is it?
That's peppermint. That's good. That's right. Good. Clears up that throat chakra.
Refreshing.
Yes.
Come on, chakras.
Ready.
I'm trying to find a man to align mine.
Love that for you.
You look wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
You do.
Just a little light work.
It's giving. So before we get
too.
into, I think this whole thing. Thank you. I knew you were coming, so I put in some effort. So I figured we play a few games before we get into the tea. Okay, so the first game we played with all the guests, y'all are familiar, is called the Sip or Spill. So I'm going to read some options. You're going to pick which option you're gravitating towards.
Okay.
You don't have to choose, though, because we believe in consent. So if you don't want to choose, you just take a sip, because we know sometimes you just can't choose. All right, let's start.
Okay.
Lemon pepper wet or dry?
We in Atlanta. Dry.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Well, we love our dry girls. I think everything's better wet, but I'm into a dry roll. I am.
That's what the blue cheese is for.
You know, Sonny, y'all know, those of you who know me, I don't like cheese, but I'm trying to get more open. I try every once in a while. Thanksgiving's coming around. I've never had mac and cheese before. And so this year, I think I'm going to try it. Yeah.
You're lying.
No, I've never ever had. I don't eat cheese.
Well, I mean, okay. Heard. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm trying to broaden my...
Please. Thanksgiving is a great time, as long as it's good. As long. Now, come on, y'all.
And I'm going to someone, I won't say their name. This is the first time they're hosting Thanksgiving for our family. All right.
Who is bringing the macaroni and cheese?
This person said that they're making everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard.
Cool.
I'm going to text you.
I feel like I know the answer to this next one, but Falcons or Steelers?
Steelers. Black and yellow, baby, all day.
I can hear the Falcons fans like cawing. I can feel them scream.
I mean,
it's fine.
This year, game 1, Steelers beat the Falcons. Now by field goals, but that's neither here nor there.
They won. Okay. Georgia State or Georgia Southern?
Georgia
Southern.
Like a mug, okay?
The real GSU, always.
All day.
And forever. Popcorn or Twizzlers?
Come on now. I just had some popcorn yesterday, so we're going to go with popcorn today.
Yep. Okay. Nailed It or Law and Order SVU?
So the longevity of Law and Order SVU, the Benson Stabler thing is redeveloping.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go Law and Order SVU.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have a proven track.
Absolutely.
But we love Nicole Byer. Hey, girl.
Love Nicole. She is hilarious.
Love. They canceled Grand Crew. You were robbed. Okay, because that was my show.
Listen, she's so good.
I love her. Coach Carter or Love and Basketball?
Also very, very rude of you. Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
Sanaya Lathan, Mekhi Phifer, you can't.
Yeah. Where's the D? There's so many iconic lines.
I mean, come on. And then she ended up playing for the Sparks. Lisa Leslie was, come on. That was in the prime of the WNBA.
Yep. You picked well.
Yeah.
That's my sister's favorite movie. I used to hear it from her room constantly.
She's a beautiful person.
Yeah. I developed a love for her because of her. Nayo or India Ari?
Ooh. All right, so India Ari.
Okay.
She has longevity for me.
True.
Nayo is new. She's where jazz is now in life, right?
Yes.
India.Arie is like where I came from.
Yes.
Right?
Your roots.
Private Party,
Yes.
Strength, Courage, and Wisdom. You know, The One.
Yes.
There's a lot of like The Voyage to India. There's a lot of
amazing album.
Deep cuts.
From beginning to end.
Yep. Everything is a play. I remember listening to her when I was in 8th grade. Voyage to India. I'm a 2-time suicide attempt survivor, and that album saved my life.
Period.
And I don't think any differently of it because of it. And I think, her words just spoke to me then. And Nails definitely speak to me now.
Right.
Orbit and the way that song just resonates in my entire life makes it so easy to be a hard choice. But facts. India all day, because girl, thank you.
No, real talk. Glad you're here. Thank you, India.
Yeah.
And Nails Orbit, that live studio performance.
Oh my goodness. The colors.
What? Yeah.
If you haven't watched any of the things on Colors, watch your favorite song on Colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know y'all can't see Kirsten. She's back here. She was telling me how she went to see Nail live and it was transformative. Elite. We love you, girl. Sit-ups or push-ups?
Push-ups. Here's why. Push-ups are more modifiable than sit-ups. There are a variation of push-ups that you can do, and push-ups are also a full body movement, right? A push-up isn't just for your chest, your shoulders, your back. You have to think about engaging your core, your quads, your hamstrings, even down to your gastroc or your calf muscle, your toes, the little fine muscles in those, and being intentional in that movement. Whereas a sit-up is engaging your core, and while it's not a horrible movement, a push-up is giving you all of those things.
She's versatile. We love the verse girls.
You might as well.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Oh, I love Christmas.
I know you do.
I love Christmas. It is it's the most wonderful time of the year. Like for real. And growing up, it was easy to celebrate. Friends, family. Mariah Carey owns Christmas.
That's true.
As well as Ella Mai and Chris Brown with this Christmas remix. I'm just like, if you want to listen, I got a couple jingles on my Spotify.
Period. Okay.
That's a little.
Have you heard CeeLo's Christmas album?
Absolutely.
It's one of my favorites.
Man.
I will listen to it year round.
Yep.
I love you, CeeLo. Okay. Last one. Cha-Cha Slide or the Cupid Shuffle?
Cha-Cha Slide, because it came immediately.
I mean,
it's just like,
I love the Cupid Shuffle, but the Cha-Cha Slide it's timeless.
It's iconic. It's timeless. Everybody knows how to do it. They were doing it at Clark Atlanta's homecoming.
Hello.
They were doing everything at Clark
Shout out to the AUC's homecoming. I know y'all had a blast, honey.
It was fantastic. It was a whole little party. Yeah, I loved it.
Let me tell you something. You breeze through that sip and spill, honey.
I mean, I can sip and spill all the time. Let me drink some tea.
Okay, and you deserve. All right. So the next game we're playing is called Password. So essentially, you have 3 words on your card here. I have 3 on mine. We're going to take turns trying to get each other to say the word on our card, okay? So we're each going to get 3 attempts, okay? And, whoever gets it sooner, I guess, they get the points. And that's just, what it is.
Let me let y'all know something. The words on this card. Okay,
look. We're going to do our best, okay? Since you're a guest, I'll give you the choice. Would you like for me to go first or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, period. So
I'm a lady.
That's true. I'm looking at the first word on my card. Breathing.
Exhaling.
Okay. We're getting close. Movements. The first word was breathing. That was the first clue. The second one is movements. Breathing, movements. I'm doing the best I can.
Clearly. Breathing movements.
Yes.
We got exhale. We have exhale, inhale, exhausted. But if the movement shouldn't be exhausting you. What kind of movements?
Okay, you want me third one?
Yeah.
Exercise. Breathing. Movement. Exercise. I'm trying to use my telekinesis.
I mean, there's fitness. There's wellness. There's...
It's cardio.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't go to the gym. I'm doing my best. I have a
breathing,
membership.
movement, I mean, that's not too far off from cardio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I tried.
But
I have a membership. I've lost $300. Okay, your turn. I'm gonna do better, guys. New year, new me. It's coming. I feel it. 2025.
in a castle,
Princess.
I mean, there's another one that's close to that, but they live on the other side of the house or of the castle. Perhaps, maybe they're related.
Prince.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She ate up that first round. It's okay.
I mean,
Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. I have another word on my card.
okay, because cardio was
Okay.
Ooh,
Bloodsucker. Bloodsucker.
a leech.
No. No. But I like that. Okay,
A
let me
slug.
okay,
Okay, blood
let me see.
sucker.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad. Bloodsucker. Vlad.
I got that. Mm-hmm. I get where you're going there. Are we going Russian twist?
He might be Russian. I don't know where he's from.
Arnold Press. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. Okay, I'm gonna. This is the last one.
Yeah.
Bloodsucker.
Vlad.
Vlad. Vampire.
That's the same as a bloodsucker, but
I'm
okay.
doing my best. Bloodsucker. Vlad. Vampire. Final guess? Nothing?
Blood pressure.
Dracula. You know what?
Where can I put this card? I gotta.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Yes.
Pick me.
Yes, you in the back.
Never mind.
All right, it's your turn.
You know what? This is challenging. Okay,
It
don't
is.
come on here thinking that it's not, because
Okay.
I am educated, or so I thought.
Leech was very educated. I said, "Oh no, she's going that way,"
I'm just saying.
and she's not wrong. What do I do? Okay, what you got?
Oh, let me see. Sometimes when you're sick, you don't cough.
Sneeze?
Oh, look at you.
Is that it?
Absolutely.
And I want you to know you're
Wow.
you're only supposed to be using one word. You're giving scenarios.
I mean, you didn't. Okay.
I mean, you're eating it up, but
Okay, I'll give one word.
okay, this is my final one, and now I don't know. Okay,
See, if you gave scenarios, it would be easier.
it would be. Okay, pork.
It's a type of meat.
Pork.
It's a protein.
Wait, are these your answers?
No.
Okay, here we go. Okay, let me see. Another one.
I'm going through because, like, pork. Okay, so I'm a vegetarian.
Strips.
So
The first, yes.
pork strips, ribs.
No.
Come on now, that's crazy.
No, this is the final one. Okay, let me see.
No, it can't be the final
first clue
one.
was pork.
No,
The second clue was strips. The third clue is
you know what?
breakfast. Pork,
Bacon.
Strip. Yes.
No.
Yes. I got one. I'm proud of myself.
Y'all.
You weren't wrong. Strips, ribs. I mean, you know. All right, what's your final word? Because we have to get off this game. I'm terrible. Toe. Yes!
Whatever.
You had some good ones. That was difficult, guys. Don't judge me.
No,
You ate that up.
you know what?
Clearly you won.
Whatever. I'm sipping my tea.
You got me to guess.
You
All
know,
Now look,
this is complicated up on here, okay? Let me sip this tea again.
this next game is not going to be challenging at all. The next game we're playing is called Georgia Roots Trivia Game. Okay? So essentially, I'm going to be asking you questions, different trivia, you know, about things related to Georgia, sports, athletes, things like that in that realm, fitness maybe. And we're going to see what you know. Now, guys, I learned a lot, okay, reading through some of these, okay? So we're going to see. This is educational for everyone. Here we go. What iconic Atlanta basketball player became the first African-American coach in the NBA? He also coached the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, I used to know the answers to that question because it was a part of trivia one day at Your Pie. Oh my goodness, what is the answer to that question? I'm gonna sip some tea because I
Period.
actually don't know.
His name is Lenny Wilkins.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first African American female gymnast from Georgia to make the U.S. Olympic team? She's a very famous gymnast.
And her parents happen to own a gym here, Simone Biles
Dominique Dawes.
and Dominique Dawes.
Period.
Yeah.
What Georgia-based HBCU has a women's basketball team that has consistently dominated in the SIAC conference?
I wouldn't know because my partner played for Clark Atlanta, and so Clark Atlanta.
Period.
You're welcome.
Very good. I was like, you just said it earlier. Very good. Okay. Who is the legendary black female track and field athlete from Georgia who won multiple Olympic gold medals and is known for her incredible speed?
Shikari.
Wilma Rudolph.
Oh yeah, you
I
know
actually
what?
didn't know this.
You know what? I just went to the National African American Museum and sat and looked at that entire thing as well as Title IX. And now that I'm on this beautiful show, I'm realizing that I don't pay attention to a lot of the things that I know.
You're not the only one.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
because at least
So
you win.
you brought me on here to challenge my intelligence. I see now.
I mean, and also talk about fitness, but we're going to do this first. Okay. Who was the first black woman from Georgia to own a professional sports franchise, purchasing a share in the Atlanta Dream? Renee Montgomery.
Yeah, give me the answers.
Hey, girl.
Oh yeah, she's a sportscaster now. She no longer plays basketball. I love that
See?
for her. She went to Duke.
Hello. The Atlanta Hawks.
Ask me the old questions
The
about
old-
people.
The oldest one.
And
Look,
I-
she's like, I know the background. Okay, look. She knows some of the stuff, guys. The Atlanta Hawks honored which civil rights icon by permanently retiring his jersey number 6? Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
And to be clear, I don't know any of these. Okay, we're all learning.
And clearly neither do I because I was raised in Atlanta, not from Atlanta.
Okay, and
So
I'm born and raised here. I'm ashamed. All right.
yeah, we should both be ashamed. This is bad. Lord have mercy.
Ooh. Who was the first African American woman to play in the WNBA, and she's from Georgia?
I don't know because I'm a Cynthia Cooper, Dawn Stanley, Lisa Leslie, Nikki Teasley, Ivory Latta fan.
Her name is Keisha Brown.
Okay.
Hey, Keisha.
I love that for you, Keisha.
Period.
No love, Keisha.
Just
I'm going to
Keisha.
go look up Keisha Brown because I actually don't know who that is, and I know most WNBA players.
An icon.
Mm-hmm.
What Georgia-born basketball player was known for his iconic dunks and played for the Atlanta Hawks during the 1980s? This is a little vague. If you get this one, I'll scream.
It's very vague.
His first name starts with a D.
Dominique Wilkins?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. Which Atlanta-based artist and producer is known for creating the famous hit "The Wobble" that became a staple in Black dance culture?
Vic.
Period. What Atlanta-born WNBA star was the first player to record 1,000 rebounds and 1,000 points with the Atlanta Dream?
Not Angel McCautry.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
She finished strong, guys. So you ate that up. Look,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I once again.
No, I'm like you give me the like.
Yeah. Look, you ate that up.
Yeah, we'll call it ate it up. We're just gonna say that I answered a few questions.
You know-
Let's be real. I'm a realist.
Yes. But like most exercises, you finish strong.
That's it.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
It's key.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Talk. Let's talk that talk.
Now that we're done with the game portion, let's get into some tea. All right. So I love to talk about origins
Okay.
when I have guests on. So can you tell me where you were born and raised and what's one of your favorite childhood memories?
Oh, of course. So I am originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, South Side. My dad is from the Hill District. We moved here in '96.
Okay.
My dad's a Marine, a retired Marine, and we have been here since then. We moved to Douglasville first,
Come on, Douglasville.
Smyrna first, Lies, and then Douglasville,
Okay.
and then moved to the South Side of Atlanta.
Okay.
Lived there for a while, and then Grant Park is our stomping ground.
Very cute.
Love it. Been here for 15 plus years or so.
Right.
Love East Atlanta.
Mhm.
And for me, childhood I remember the most is my mom sent me home every summer. I'm an only child. And so she sent me home every summer to see my family. And I stayed with my Nana and I was able to see my best friend every summer from the time that I was 6 until I graduated from high school.
I love that.
And so getting to experience at least summers with my family is something that I'll never forget. My Nana was my best friend. And this is her sweater, actually.
Period.
Yeah, you know, I had to put a little, you know, her in here.
Okay.
And that's my favorite, like being able to spend time with my family, with my friends, the people that's closest with me and closest to me, and know me the best, and have been there. My parents divorced when I was young, and so it was really, really important to my mom for me to maintain my relationship with my father's family, and I did. I love them to death, and yeah.
And good on mom. You know, a lot of times like divorces can kind of, you know, get messy, and sometimes like people like, you know, involve the kids. But good on mom.
That's my girl.
Period.
Yeah,
we love that.
Right.
Okay. How did your experience playing basketball in your youth influence your approach to fitness today?
Okay, so my approach now is very functional strength training and recovery based. I have actually had a few knee surgeries because of basketball, and the sport led me into my field. Playing basketball made me want to, I tore my ACL when I was in 9th grade. And I was able to interact with physical therapists on a regular basis. I was able to have an athletic trainer at a very young age because I was trying to get recruited to play basketball as well. And that led me into wanting to be in the athletic field in some way. So actually, when I went to Georgia Southern, I was an athletic training major. I changed my major midway through to exercise science and decided that I wanted to go to school for physical therapy. God led me in different directions, which I am thankful for.
Okay, will he do it?
He will do it. Yes, he will every single time. And I have just been fortunate enough through my experience as a young student athlete to allow that to be so reflective of what I am now professionally. And that's led me there. I actually started in healthcare as a physical therapy aide and exercise physiologist for a small physical therapy clinic, and then went on to work in the acute and inpatient rehab setting for a while.
Gotcha.
And then I got into fitness.
Gotcha.
And so it was kind of like a boom, boom, boom. I always did fitness. I've always been an athlete. I've been training clients, and I train clients in the physical therapy setting as well. And was able just to really grow literally from basketball into what I do now.
Right. It kind of sounds like it gave you like a holistic
It did.
approach.
So I have a very holistic approach to what I do, to wellness. And instead of saying that I'm a personal trainer, I am a personal trainer, but I'm also a wellness coach.
Right.
You know, I'm a women's fitness specialist. I have a bachelor's in exercise science. I have a master's in sports management. And it's very important to me to continue my education so that I can make sure I'm giving people the best version of themselves and helping them achieve that in the best way possible. That isn't that quick cookie cutter, oh, I did this thing, and now I don't have any tools.
Right.
And so that's kind of where basketball brought me literally from the age of 8 all the way to here. It's crazy to
I
say.
love that. Look, you know, I'm off camera, you know, because my knee be, you know, that physical therapy, I'm going to get some stretches.
Because you're not doing.
I'm not. Were there any specific mentors or coaches in your basketball career who inspired you to pursue fitness as a profession?
You know, I think there were 2 coaches that stand out to me the most, and that was my middle school coach, Coach Burrows. And I said, y'all ask really good questions because I have never shouted her out before in my life. She was my middle school coach in 7th grade and in 8th grade at Adamson Middle School. And I remember her. I was a little hefty number, right? I was a center when I played in 7th grade, and she helped me change my idea, my process when it came to playing basketball. From my 7th grade year to my 8th grade year, she made me a small forward. And imagine a player who'd been playing since they were 8, and I was now 11 or so, and I was good.
Right.
But I could be better.
Right.
And now I'm 12 because I was a young 7th grader. And I became the best small forward that I thought that I ever could be because of her. She really poured into me over the summer leading into my 8th grade season and did not let me waver on what I was doing. And that led into my high school career when I went to play for Coach Yolanda Jenkins at Morrow High School. And that was the best time of my life as well. I remember playing Ben Hill Rec summer ball my 9th grade year. Played, You know, I was fortunate enough to play JV and freshman ball. I tore my ACL midway through the season, but I was still encouraged by my teammates. She was still there. When it was time for me to try out again the next year, I was able to get that opportunity. I remember I was second string coming back, and I'd always been first string. And we did a scrimmage. We always do a first string versus second string scrimmage, ninth grade, JV, and varsity. And we played. And I remember I played my heart out because I wanted my spot.
You said, baby, I want my spot back.
And I got my spot
Period.
back. After an injury my sophomore year. After that, I transferred to another school. But those two coaches really fostered who I am as a woman and the way that I even coach now that I work with young athletes as well. I think that my coaching style is a motivational based style, and I'm able to do that because I had women in front of me that didn't necessarily push me to be anything but better, right? They didn't degrade you. They didn't make you feel like you were less than because you weren't the best today.
Right.
And gave you an opportunity to get better each and every day that you came to practice. I've sat for a basketball game before. And I can be the very best, but if you got a bad attitude, you're not locked in, you're not focused, then you need people in your life to help you refocus and realign what you're doing. And so shout out to Coach Burrows, shout out to Coach Jenkins, wherever y'all are. I appreciate y'all. Love you, mean it.
And I think it's something really, really special about like coaches who see a better version of you. They see something that you may not even see in yourself, and then they're able to like bring that out. It's transformative.
It is. And as a student athlete, like I was smart already, and I had the grades and I could play the sport, but I wanted to be better at the sport. I played AAU ball, played rec ball, I did all the things, but I wanted to be the best that I could be. And those coaches fostered that development and helped me to get where I am.
Period. Hey, y'all. Okay. As a women fitness specialist, what unique challenges do you see women facing in their fitness journeys?
So I've been working with women specifically since 2017. And what I find is women are strong. We're courageous. We do the grit. We show up.
Hello.
We miss hours of sleep. We might miss a meal just to make sure that somebody else has what they need, right? We put everybody else before we put ourselves. We're nurturing. We all have mothers, aunties, grandmas that always sacrifice, because who is cooking Thanksgiving?
Hello.
Who's cooking Christmas? Who's making sure that things are put together? And not to say that a man can't, right? But let's think about how much women decide to sacrifice, even sitting down and go get their hair done, and that purple is exquisite.
Oh, thank you. This whole thing.
Okay. But think about the sacrifices that women make. And I think the biggest shift that I have to help my clients understand, and women in general understand in any platform, is that you get to choose you first.
Hello.
And then everything else comes after that. Because let's be real, nothing looks as good as it is if you don't put yourself first.
You better talk about it.
Behind this is how many women?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Period. And I love them dearly. Okay.
And so I think that's really what my most unique challenge is getting women to understand, hey, first you, then, okay, pause. First God, then you, then everybody else.
Facts. I think it's interesting too, because we talk a lot about mental health. I used to work in that field. And to be honest, nothing works if you don't work. Nothing continues to work in like perfect order if you are not really taking care of yourself. You can't show up for people. You can't pour from an empty cup. Like it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not a half full thing to me. It is half empty because that is what you're giving. Like anything less than 80% is less than.
Facts.
That's how I feel.
I love that. What strategies, because we talked a little bit about balance, what strategies do you recommend for women to balance their fitness goals with everyday life demands?
Right. I say one, set a goal and make it plain. Don't set 6, 7, 8 goals. Girl, that is not... Why are you playing with yourself?
I have my list.
Here is my list. Why is it so long? Can it have 1, 2 to 3 things on it, right? Something that's really digestible. If it's I want to work out more, it doesn't have to be gritty, hard, cumbersome. It can be I went for a walk today while I'm on the phone with my mom. It took me 30 minutes. It was great. Or I walked the dog, or I went and gardened. It can be something that you're just giving back to yourself.
Right.
If you want it to be a nice hit workout, by all means, I can write one for you. But it doesn't have to be that. So
Right.
giving yourself wellness and time to do that. It could be 30 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be more than that. And giving yourself the opportunity to step away from work, from your kids, from your partner, from your mom, from your sister, from your dad, from whomever, also takes over your time so you can have a little bit for yourself.
Right.
And so I think those strategies to me is one, set a goal and make it plain, right? Two, take 30 minutes out the day just for you. Do some movement, something movement based. And three, do it for yourself.
Period.
Don't do it for nobody else. Even if it means I got to leave my phone in the house for 30 minutes so I can do it for myself.
Right. Because that is self-care.
Yeah, there's self-care.
It is.
And so I think that's when, again, I'm not going to give you more than that because more than 3 things is too much to digest anyway. And then once you have those things, a lot of other things will start to fall in place. Then we can talk more about what things you aren't doing outside of those 3 things I just listed.
Hello. And it's funny, I know she said it was for the women, but I feel prophesized over. I feel like I was like, I receive it. Amen.
As you should. This is for everybody, okay?
So I know you love the music. How do you incorporate music into your workouts, and why do you think it's important for engagement and motivation?
Listen, music that's what gets the people going, right?
It keeps you moving.
It keeps you moving. And I think it's so motivational. Music tells a story. So I teach indoor cycling and I teach Cut Body Boot Camp, which is a functional strength training workout. And in both classes, I curate my own playlist. And for cycling, it's almost like I get an opportunity to like preach a little bit, like say what I feel. I write poetry. And so it's an opportunity to listen to the words that in nail orbit that she's saying, and you release me into orbit. And so then I can gravitate to you. And so thinking about the revolutions of a bike and what gravity is and what orbiting around the world is, you get an opportunity to really connect with people in different ways. And I think for me, it gives me a chance to say all the things I can't say otherwise. And don't have the space to say. And so in that setting, if only for 45 minutes, I get an opportunity to take what the music is saying, even if it is, look at that booty. Cover that booty. It
was about to be a different show. I felt myself.
You said I was the queen of squats, so whatever you said, so.
But it's like a release.
It's a release. It is a release. And people feel the amount of endorphins that come out of you when the music is good. Oh man, I do Throwback Thursday, and every now and then people are like, "Oh, again, Jazz." I'm like, just wait.
Yes.
Just wait till that Ursher bag. Come on, come on. You're gonna ride the vibe,
right? No,
okay.
Facts.
And so I think music just really sets the tone for the experience. We don't do anything without music. In my mind, I'm playing a little instrumental while we're here, just to keep the party going.
Right, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. No, I love that. I love it. And it's because it is like art imitates life. Like it is a part of like our everyday lives.
Yeah.
Like, and it is something that allows you to tap into maybe like a deeper part of you to help motivate yourself. I love that.
And it reminds you of like some things that you've been through.
Right.
And like, oh, I remember this.
Right.
And I think like Taylor Swift always reminds me of this girl that was a patient at Children's when I worked there. And we used to walk down the halls together, and 1989 came out at the time. I know that entire album.
Period.
On accident. I had no intention of knowing that album.
That's like me and every B2K album because of my sister.
On accident.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yep. Grateful for it. Can you share, because this is something that I know a lot of us struggle with, can you share some key principles of hydration and nutrition that you emphasize to your clients?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm old school.
Okay.
Super old school. Water is nature's elixir.
Hello.
Right? And so keep it simple. You should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 160 pounds, let's keep it real simple. You should be drinking 80 ounces of water at baseline. Everybody else is going to say a gallon, and a gallon isn't wrong. I don't disagree. But for someone who is just learning to do this thing,
talk about it.
And I'm just trying to make you drink some water, 80 ounces will do. If you weigh 200 pounds, 100 ounces.
Right.
And so that way your body is hydrated, your muscles are lubricated, we're doing all the right things for our body. And then I also believe I've been intermittent fasting for years. And so some of the first things that I put in my body are liquids. I always recommend to my clients to do warm tea or even coffee in the morning, as well as, or if you like a warm lemon water, and then something like a smoothie or a protein shake if you're doing a post-workout and you need a quick little pump
Right.
that isn't food or nutrient dense. You can get a quick protein shake. I like liquids in the morning. It's a personal preference. And then from there, really making sure that the nutrition that follows is cohesive with the macronutrients are your carbohydrates, your proteins, your fats, and making sure you have a balanced diet. And so it should look like you are eating the rainbow.
Right.
If you go online and you go to myplate.com or .org, it'll show you what it should look like when you're eating a well-balanced diet. It should have some fruits, it should have some vegetables, it should have some healthy fats in it.
So it's not Chick-fil-A.
So it's not Chick-fil-A.
Okay, I'm gonna do better. Yeah, I'm new me.
Because like
2025.
Chick-fil-A is good, y'all.
yeah,
We had Chick-fil-A at Georgia Southern, and
it's cracking the food.
oh my goodness.
No,
it's like
it should be illegal.
sprinkle dinkle like they did in the Coca-Cola back in the day.
Now, this is like something that I struggle with, so
Okay.
I'm very curious to see your answer for this. So, do you have any advice or tips for people who are feeling anxious about beginning their fitness journey or hiring a trainer?
Absolutely. Just
Yeah.
start.
Right.
I think we are living in the age of social media. And so do your research. People are going to show you who they are on social media because whether y'all want to believe it or not, social media is a business platform.
Facts.
Instagram is a business platform. TikTok, all of them are business platforms now. And so why not conduct yourself, your brand as a business? Because you don't know even if you're saying something in a random reel on your personal page, that it resonates with somebody and now they want to talk to you more. Everything for a fee, nothing for free.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
And
'Cause
so
time is money.
because time is money. And so I think there are also spaces where you can just do this thing, right? But we got to make sure it's beneficial for everybody.
Real talk. And what about the anxiety piece? Like if I'm like, I want to go to the gym, but I don't want people staring at me.
That's the second part is you see what they're presenting, right? Reach out. And I think the anxiety part of you going to the gym is you finding someone you are comfortable working with first. Again, people are going to tell you who they are through social media because of the way that it's built and structured now. And look for what you want, type it in, see what their personality is. Most trainers offer a free session. If you don't like their personality, if you don't like their gym, if you don't like the type of music they play, guess what?
Shop around.
Shop around just a little bit. And not only that, I think make yourself informed and do as much research as you can on your own first and say, okay, I'm afraid to go to the gym, but why am I afraid to go to the gym? Because you can drive up to the gym every day and never walk in.
Facts.
I had a friend tell me a story about another friend one day that he drove up to the gym every day and never walked in, and one day he did. And has been going ever since. That was years ago that she told me that. I was working at Athleta at the time. And I think it is saying, okay, is it the gym I don't want to go to? Because the gym is intimidating. It's a lot of machines. It's a lot of people who know what they're doing and a lot that don't know what they're doing.
Guilty.
So why the gym? Why you just can't go for a trail walk? Why can't you go do something that you enjoy? Right? It can be go to Piedmont and walk around. You will have done 3 miles in Piedmont on accident.
Facts.
Just walking around.
Facts.
So go do things that you enjoy. Stop being intimidated about, the gym. Your body will tell you when you're ready for the gym. Your mind will tell you when you're ready for the gym. But you can start small. I always recommend if you don't know anything, go to a physical therapist. Tell them you need a general assessment.
That's really good advice, though.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah. Go and see. And they'll tell you. You might have general weakness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period. Okay.
That was a long answer.
No, but it was informative and necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, the people aren't taking notes. Okay. You mentioned going through 8 months of rehab after your knee injury. How did that experience change your perspective on fitness?
Oh, this go round, I'm 35 now. My first 2 knee surgeries, I was 14 and had just graduated from Georgia Southern.
Right.
So like 21-ish. And I had access to a physical therapist because I was working in a PT clinic. Then this time I was at the top of my fitness game when my knee started hurting. Like was excelling. I was an athlete
Hello.
again. And that has always been my goal, to get back to where I was in high school, but better than that. And I was discouraged. And I took my time. That is the longest I've ever spent in therapy, aside from mental health therapy. But it was necessary because it taught me more about using the background that I have more, using my exercise physiology background, using the knowledge that I have and all of these certifications to not only help myself recover better, but to be able to help my clients do functional strength training and recover better from a group perspective and a one-on-one perspective. And so now I'm able to write programming in a more fluid way that's good for me and good for them too. I have always been the type of trainer or professional that if I can't do it, I'm not gonna make you do it. I'm not going to do that.
Period.
And I pride myself on that. And even when I had knee surgery, I was still teaching my group fitness classes. I took a little bit of break, but I'm an entrepreneur. Taking a break means...
Talk about it. Hello. Like, I am the business.
I am the business. So if I'm not here, then there is no business.
And I think there's something really beautiful about what you said. I think sometimes we look at setbacks as like these horrible things, but sometimes they are setups for comebacks.
Right.
Because it kind of forced you back into leaning on like things that you knew your background.
Absolutely.
And it kind of changed it, like, and reshaped the way you do your business.
Absolutely. 100%. I, was really focused on some virtual training post-COVID, and now I'm able to be in a one-on-one setting that's private, that's mine, that's just easy for me to kind of navigate and give people the type of training that I would want to receive. With being in a physical therapy clinic for so long, my brain is therapy focused. So if you come in and you say, Jazz, today my back is hurting, I don't care if I said we were doing legs when you left here yesterday. We are doing stability-based work. We are doing something that's going to help you, not hinder you or hurt you.
Right.
And so my goal is to always teach wellness and how you move better first. And then all the heavy, hard stuff can come later.
Facts.
But we're trying to be an athlete, right? But everybody's an athlete according to Nike.
That's why I wear Adidas. Reflecting on your time at Georgia Southern, what personal challenges did you face and how did they shape who you are today?
Oh, Georgia Southern, honey. I think I was an orientation leader for 2 years, and I thought about this question because I read them several times. And you had my girl Michelle on here.
I did.
And she, beautiful soul, beautiful spirit, was one of the most important parts of my collegiate career as well, from a mentorship experience. And so I appreciate you. But I was afraid to be who I am.
Talk about it. Because been there.
And not, I've been out and proud since I was in 8th grade. Came out to my mom on accident, and then here we are. And I think being in college, you are allowed to like reshape who you want to be and who you are. But that also gets muddled. And like, who do you want to be? And what does that look like? What does she look like? Who I am now, I'm thankful for the experiences at Georgia Southern. I'm thankful for being an orientation leader, being able to be in front of people all the time, because it made it easier for me to speak to people now and walk in spaces with confidence and say, hey, I'm Jazz. How are you doing today?
Hello.
This is what I do. This is who I am. Hope you love it. And if you don't, I ain't for everybody.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
Facts.
My wagon is full anyway. And so being able, that experience of being an orientation leader really shaped who I am professionally, because it put me in a lot more professional settings as a collegiate student, as a college student, really being able to be in front of young adults, old adults, people, the president.
Hello.
Doing I'm on the bus, because we used to do crazy skits. Lord have mercy, some of the most embarrassing stuff. And so being in different spaces really allowed me to have the confidence to speak in any spaces now. I've never met a stranger. Who? Hello, how you doing?
All right.
And so I think that's what Georgia Southern gave me. And it shaped my entire experience now for me just to be able to do all the things and all the spaces that I'm in and be able to close and sell and move and matriculate through whatever space I want to be in.
And I think it's a testament to like doing things that challenge you, doing things that like you might be fearful of.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it is going to pour into you. It is going
Absolutely.
to like help you conquer that and really kind of transform. Like,
Yeah, I was so
yeah,
quiet when I got to Georgia Southern.
yeah.
And I remember Sam Young and Miche came up to me about being an orientation leader. And I was like, I'm being an orientation leader. Y'all are tripping. I worked for admissions the rest of the time I was at Georgia Southern. Lord have mercy. And so I think it just having Black women want to encourage you to be better and be whoever you want to be.
Hello.
Made me more comfortable now because I was confused and scared and afraid, and she not that no more.
Period. And I think it's something beautiful about, because you know you're a community builder within
Yeah.
like your own thing, and I think that just is a testament to like how community can empower,
Absolutely.
how it can, like we talked earlier about like the coaches seeing versions of yourself
Right.
that maybe you don't see, but it's like Miche and Sam, they were like, no, you can do this.
You can do this. And
Yeah.
I think I am not the cookie cutter fitness trainer. I don't look like every trainer.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to. I am different on purpose. And I am intentional in the way that I move. I like to be creative. I like to be innovative. I like to be different. I like to put on whatever I want to put on
Hello.
today. It might be a dress tomorrow. It might be some baggy pants the next day. It just depends on how I feel that day. And I like to matriculate in whatever space I want to be in, because I was afraid to do that when we were in college. I was afraid to just say, okay, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, because I didn't know.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing for me to now know 17 years later. I was 17 when I went to college, and I definitely didn't know when I was 17 in college, my freshman year.
Who do I want to be?
What
Yeah.
is that?
We were talking about that. This is off camera conversation, but I think it's just such an interesting concept. College, like you expect these young, you know, you call them young adults. They're kids, they're teenagers.
They're kids.
Teenagers, they're to like know what you want to do with the rest of your life. To like pick this one thing, major in it, go out into the world.
Right.
You know, and so a lot of us, I know personally, you know, we feel lied to by a lot of because it did not give what it was supposed to get.
It's not. It did
it's very
not.
different.
It's yeah. Here we are on tea time.
Can you tell me or share a powerful story about one of your clients?
Ooh. Let's pick Miss LaShawn out of the pile.
Hey, girl.
She is a beautiful, 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 beautiful person. And it's more of a beautiful story than it is anything else, right? Miss LaShawn is a retired executive from Chick-fil-A. Shout out to you. And she has been training with me for a little over 6 years.
Okay.
Maybe 7 since we opened the studio that I train out of, or that I teach at as well. And we have had the most beautiful growth in our relationship. When she came to me, she was really just trying to work out, get better, move her body. She lives locally, and during COVID, we really started to get to know each other really, really well. And our relationship blossomed into a friendship, and less about any challenges she was facing, but more about her really just wanting to be better as she aged. And I think the most beautiful thing about what I do is I work with a lot of women over 40. And I want to be the person that influences them to want to keep living for their grandkids, for their kids, for their spouses, for them to be able to travel, for them to be able to continue to spend time with their friends who are also aging and have a beautiful life. And Miss LaShawn is reminiscent of that. And she is reflective of that in every way. And so I am blessed to have been able to be a part of her fitness journey, where it is that she didn't have a lot of weight to lose.
Right.
She just really wanted to change what she was doing in her life. And now, 5 years, 6 years later, we're in a place where she's like, okay, Jazz, I'm ready to eat right, like for real. Like let's get on to the nutrition thing.
Right.
And it takes time.
It does. It's a
and
journey.
I'm not gonna press you.
Right.
But if your body is changing, if your mind is changing, if your whole wellness is changing, who am I to interrupt that? When you're ready, you'll tell me.
Facts.
Same way I told you when you're ready to go to the gym, you'll know.
I'm gonna go because I got that membership, and it comes out every month.
Yeah, and so that's Miss LaShawn is now 57. She works out 3 times a week, comes whenever she wants, 6 a.m. She's crazy. But she's a beautiful woman, and that's the most beautiful part of what I get to do is be around women like her who influence me to continue to do
Right.
what I'm doing.
Right.
Jazz, keep doing what I'm praying for you. Keep pushing forward. Keep pressing through. Keep choosing you.
Mm-hmm.
The women that I work with not only teach me to teach them to choose themselves, but they remind me to choose me
yourself.
too.
Right.
Right.
That was. I'm not gonna run. Okay, because I felt the spirit almost jump on me. You're preaching. I feel like I'm in your psyching class.
Sorry.
If you could create a dream playlist for a workout session, what songs would be on it?
All
Dream.
right. Dream.
Yes.
Okay, so Unstoppable, Corinne Hawthorne.
I love Corinne Hawthorne.
Oh,
Deep cut. I love that.
Doechii, What It Is.
Period.
Isla Juice. Because I like to
I hope y'all writing these down.
mix it up. Let's go after Isla Juice. I want to go a little old school. Let's go Usher Bad, because
that's a great song.
It's a great song.
I just saw him at State Farm.
And you can.
Elite.
I saw him in Vegas. Last March.
Yes. Amazing.
Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
Then after Bad with Usher, we're gonna go bring it back to some Atlanta, little Migos. Give me a little stir fry.
Yes.
And then I want to bring it back to a little bit of Corinne Hawthorne. And we're gonna go with quick edit. No, not Corinne. I would like to go with India real quick. Dun, 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 dun. I got this feeling that I need to express.
Hey.
Letting it out so cute. I like to put a little bit of like R&B in with the trap music to let people know that this is a Christian class.
Yeah. Also, can we cool it down just a little?
Just a little.
I'm
correct.
tired.
So thank you.
No, because I am.
Are you listening to the cadence of the music?
I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Yes.
You're welcome from the Stir Fry Migos.
Thank you.
We're doing like dumbbell swing, squat presses, something real high intensity. Then we slow it down with the one by India.Arie. And then let's go a little Janelle Monáe, Champagne-ish. Great concert.
It is.
Saw her in Chicago.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. And then, that'll be the top. And with a little Ari Lennox. I just got a new apartment.
Speaking of Ari Lennox, Dreamville, I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
give her what she wants.
Please.
Okay, I'm sick of it.
She was at Spell House.
Oh, was she?
Yes. I just saw it on the interwebs before I got here, and I was jealous.
Because I know she lives here. I remember her talking about when she actually moved here. But I've been wanting to see her out. Give her what she wants. I'm sick of it.
Jesus.
What's one surprising fact about you that your clients might not know?
I like to go to bed at 8:30.
You said I'm elderly. It's okay. Look, embrace it. Embrace it.
My friends call me a grandma. Like, that is my preference. I would prefer if every night I can be in bed at 8:30.
Period.
So like when you ask me to do things after 8:30 on Saturday too, you are challenging me.
You are.
Because I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah. But when she shows up, she cares. Okay.
I do.
Because you could be asleep.
I'm letting you know I could really be asleep. Because if it's like you say from like 7 to 10, I'm leaving at 9.
Yeah, immediately. When my friends invite me to things that are past 9:30, I already am like, I need to schedule a nap. Because that's just where I'm at. Now I'm a napper. I need a nap before I go out.
I just went to a birthday party and I knew that I was going to be out long. And so before I got there, I took a 2-hour nap so I could stay. I mean, I'm okay with staying until 1 a.m. as long as I have a nap.
Because I had to go to sleep before I came.
Just the only.
I had to.
How else you expect for me to be here?
Because you're not going to get footage of me sleeping in the club. Okay. Last question. If you could play a game of basketball with any 3 athletes, past or present, who would you choose and why?
Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops.
Period. The dream.
And I would like for Donna Stanley to coach us.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, what she's doing is, we just had Bashir Graves on and she was just talking about all the amazing work that Don is doing. Hey, Don. Okay. Last question. I ask everybody this before it ends. Give me one question to ask the next person I interview.
What's changed about you in the last 10 years that makes you different?
I love that. I love a good reflection. Okay. Look, she's busy. She has to go. Jazz, where can the people find you?
You can find me at jncbodies.com. Online is the best way to reach me. Why? Because I'm always on the move.
Okay. She's busy. She's booked.
Booked and busy and blessed, but that's where you can reach me, JNC Bodies, on all platforms. That is the best way to get in contact with me. I'm local to Atlanta, and I also offer virtual and online services.
Period. Okay, for those of you who aren't local, you can find me at Uncle Twirl. That's Twirl with an E on all social media platforms. Jazz, thank you for being here, darling.
Thank you, honey.
I learned so much. I feel like, you poured into me.
I tried to. You ate me up with them questions, though. I'm just gonna let you know that was just diabolical.
Look, but I'm this much closer to going into the gym. I am, guys. It's happening.
It's coming. You're going. He's coming. You can come for some recovery. That's okay. We'll do that.
And guys, as I always say, remember, feel free to spill the tea, but don't be messy. Bye.